Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you had a wonderful Friday. I know for some of us, we still are in the middle of said Friday, but I know for others that are on the East Coast or in another part of the country, you might be already on Saturday already. Um, if you're like in another country or whatever. So let's see what the cards have to say to you this fine Friday. Let's do a spread to see what your weekend is going to bring you. Now, for those that don't know that are on my YouTube channel, I possibly will be doing it's don't count your chickens, or we're not counting chickens until they hatch. But I might be doing a card spread tomorrow, and I'm definitely going to do one on Sunday when because my son has a um, lunch date with his auntie. So let's see what they have to say to you this fine Friday. So what do they need to know for their weekend? Do they need to know for their weekend? What's coming for their weekend? It fell in there, so not that that shuffle did not go well. If it's nice weather this weekend, I'm going to do a card spread out on the porch. So there's your that card. Return is your card. Interesting. Return, huh? But it came at us at me upside down. Someone from your past may return, but it was backwards. So you might have someone that was from your past that is no longer in your life right now, or is leaving your life right now this weekend. Huh, interesting. So instead of them coming into your life, someone from your past, someone is leaving instead. That could be a good thing. That could be a bad thing. I honestly do not know. It depends. No, if this person was a jerk, yeah, okay, fine, whatever. If this person was good to you and then decided, oh crap. Okay, so I'm going to use the first set of cards that came out. So the first one is the Seven of Cups. So the reason this person is leaving your life is because this person was not a good fit for your emotions. There was no friendship, there was no connection, there was no romantic things, and so there was no connection. You might have tried to have some kind of connection with this person, but there wasn't one. And you can't force something if there's nothing actually there to connect to. If there's not, you can't force it. And so instead, this person is walking away with their heart, um, with their taking their heart with them. Um, the Six of Pentacles. Um, so not just that, but they are Pentacles has to do with a financial or a not necessarily financial, but it could be in this case. Um, this person was not was not a good financial fit either. There was there's boundaries. They were more about money, and sometimes that happens. There are some people like that these days that are more about um, getting as much money as they can, and they're not really about they're about material money than they are on the heart of the matter. But um, you'll be okay. You've got the world card, so use the world is still your oyster. Okay, and you guys probably talked about something, if something were, if there was no, there was no love lost, so to speak, so you guys agreed to split up, because no there's no point in forcing an issue and forcing something that isn't there. So he's able to take whatever financial thing, and he's just able to take that with him, because there's nothing, and you don't care. You didn't care about that anyway, but you have the world here to go forward with, so you're not losing anything either. Ten of Cups. There is another chance for an actual romantic bond with the Ten of Cups here. Um, so it's it's not you're not real you're not again, you have the world, and the world is your oyster, and you have enough love for yourself to be able to find the proper person that meets you in the same uh, love uh, energy. um, Ten of Swords, and you are going to the heartache and the emotional stuff and the mental stuff. You never really could. You really didn't have that kind of bond where this other person back here could mess with it. You were friends and whatever, so you'll leave with your friendship, but you're not bound really to anybody emotionally or physically, or in this case romantically. So um, nine of Pentacles in reverse. So um, you are not um, you have an opportunity here. There's a thought in your head for financial stability, but um, you are not really thinking too far ahead. So that's why it's upside down. You have the thought in your head, but you haven't acted on it yet. That's why this is written in reverse. So so this other person probably tried to push you into doing these things, and you were just not having it. I don't know if you were in your own head about it, and he didn't want to fight you on it anymore. This person didn't want to fight you. Instead, he says, "Okay, I'm not going to be a part of this if you're going to if I see your potential and you're not willing to do anything about your potential, at least not in this moment." And I can't, and I've asked you, I've tried to convince you, or tried to tell you you can do all these things, and you just don't. You completely blow them off, and it could just be because It could be for whatever reason. It will come back. It will come back, and not to you. This means this man, woman, whatever, was willing to help you, but you were not willing to help yourself. It's just the grinner who's making all those noises downstairs and also up here. But I think somebody confirmed that there's somebody else down there, and the grinner's up here. We were told about a portal and that it was closed. You have two on top of each other. Okay, so then you have the Emperor card. Okay, you really he saw your inner strength, your inner masculine was able to do what you're thinking of doing. Okay, he saw the potential of this. However, you had the Moon card. So he was trying to prevent you from trying to do things in the shadows. And I don't know what you were trying to do to him in the shadows, so to speak, but you were trying to do some so you got karma coming at you specifically because he was trying to help you. You saw it as a bad thing, so you tried to do something in the shadows to come at him and attack him and have him bound to you. Ouch. Okay, so if he's running away from you, he saw exactly what you were doing to try to bind him to you and basically go down with you, and he wasn't having it. And this made you were a star at one time, not in a way of what you would see on the entertainment industry. You were a shining star yourself, but by going into something to try to bind someone to you, your star is starting to fall. I go out. The light from your star is starting to go out. Four of Cups, and this is now you're kind of sitting with yourself, okay, sitting with your with your heart, going, wait, what did I do? I didn't really love this person in that way, so why the heck did I hold on to this person? Why did I hold on to somebody that didn't love me romantically? I didn't love him romantically, and why did I try to hold on to him and stuff? So you're losing your strength. Again, this is karma coming back to bite you. Like, okay, you didn't love him, he didn't love you that way. Now this is your inner strength faltering. This is your inner strength for the weekend coming back to bite you in the ass. With the Six of Wands in reverse, and your inner strength, your inner passions are faltering because of this. I've never seen a reading like this before that's going straight down the see, this is why you can't force things. Okay, you really can't. You cannot force things to go a certain way when they're not meant to. Queen of Pentacles, and according to this, you were willing to pay somebody, maybe a practitioner of some kind, to do some pretty gnarly things to this dude to hold on to him, and that is not healthy for anybody. Trying to hold on to somebody and willing to be willing to pay for some gnarly shit will come back to kick you in the ass. Two of Pentacles means balancing money and the balance of money and love. Okay, it's the balance. But this balance for you, however, has gone to shit. Okay, there's no balance anymore. It's knocked you for a loop. Okay, and then Queen of Cups. So someone else, maybe a parent, a mother, whatever, who is not just a nurturer, a person to show love, is trying to nurture you and tell you that what you did to this person is wrong. It wasn't right just to try to hold on to them because you didn't want to be alone. Whether you were in love with them or not, in this case you weren't, but you wanted to hold on to them because you didn't want to be alone. You didn't want to be by yourself. You didn't want this, that, or the other, and she was trying to tell you that's not right. Okay, if you don't love them, let them go. And he obviously didn't love you either, so he was willing to say, okay, he was willing to make the choice for both of you and say, I can't be here. I've never wanted to be with you physically, emotionally, other than a friend. But you forced his hand, and instead of giving in to what you wanted to try to do, which would have ended up in a bad situation, worse situation, he got up and he walked away. Okay. Now there's a lot of women like this these days that want a man to be around and for herself, for her. But it's a two-way street. It doesn't just work for one side or the other that way. So again, now we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So for now, this is your own karma is basically coming back to bite you in the ass. Okay, that's what that means. Your own karma is messing with you, your own mental, physical, and emotional state is all on you now, because you didn't leave well enough alone, and he would have been a good friend just to keep as a friend, but you wanted to force something that wasn't there. And I can tell you, that is never good, okay? Now, I don't know if this was a forced thing from somebody else or whatever. So then, you have the Five of Wands in reverse. So your inner battle, you can win your inner battle, and if you can deal with your own karma. Okay? The karma that's coming at you, you need to be able to fight it with yourself and learn from it, okay? And your Page of Wands is in turmoil right now. She is not strong right now. Her passion has decreased. This is karma. This is instant. This is karma coming at you specifically. It's not going to touch him. Okay, he chose to walk away, which means karma isn't coming for him. It is coming directly at you, and it's coming quick with the Ace of Swords out here. So it's not going to be a very pretty picture. It's happening, and it's happening right now to you for messing with something and trying to do something that you really should not have been messing with in the first place. And you have the Knight of Swords. And your inner masculine is kicking your ass, kicking your own ass, because again, you didn't want to be alone. Okay, you didn't want to be alone, so you did try to do some nasty shit to keep this guy in check. Luckily, he didn't. He didn't. He kept his pants on, so to speak. And if you tried to make a move on him to try to see if there was anything so you could try to hold on to him, that epically failed. So you tried to pay somebody, according to what's in my head, you paid somebody to try to do some magic, a magic spell, which backfired, and it didn't work. Because he doesn't have, he's not the type that you can put some kind of spell or anything else on. So you, unfortunately, came out looking like the fool. Okay? You ended up being the fool in this situation, unfortunately. But there would have been the Trinity is out here telling you, you could have, if you guys just would have stayed friends, there would have been great friendship and great teamwork with you guys. But you chose to go, and now we have to help you clean up your mess. So this is the end of this for now, and if it resonated with you, leave a like, subscribe if you want, and comment, leave a like if you choose to, and I will see you all later. Love y'all. Peace.